What is going on, guys? It's Chris here from SpartanJesters, and today I'm joined with Dan.
Maybe.
And today we're going to talk about PvE, questing, and classes in the Elder Scrolls Online, the upcoming MMO from Bethesda.
Woo!
The awesome MMO that has been released. When was it leaked, Dan?
It wasn't really leaked. They kind of just
And
got bored of not telling everyone, so it was sometime this time last year.
It was this time last year, and today we're going to talk about the PvE, questing, and classes. Now let's start backwards. Let's start with the classes. There's 4 classes, right, Dan? Or 3?
Well, there's 3 confirmed, 1 accidentally slipped out, and 1 that keeps popping up called the Warden that people think they know what they're on about, but everyone's saying different things. So we're going to say 4.
So what's the Dragon Knight? That's one of the classes I'm looking at right now.
That's basically a fiery version of a DK.
For those that don't know, a DK is a Death Knight in the MMO World of Warcraft.
And it is a DK here as well. It's a Dragon Knight. So basically, it's based around like fiery melee spells. So it's kind of like
pure DPS kind of. In the
but
Holy Trinity, it comes out as a DPS.
They reckon they're it's got 3 skill lines. They reckon one of them's based around absorbs, one of them's just straight kind of DPS, and one of them's kind of like a controlled one, so like CCs and grips and whatnot.
Okay, so it has crowd control effects. And what's the Templar? I'm looking at that also. It says it can either be a healer, tank, or DPS.
Well, there is no healer, tank, DPS apparently.
Oh, so
but, it has a healing skill line, but it doesn't single heal. They're all AOE heals, so
it can benefit everyone. So not just the tank, per se.
It can kind of only benefit everyone because the whole idea behind it is you can't have aggro apparently, so the AI will decide who is attacking because the AI is really smart. It doesn't just stand there and just
they have intelligent AI, don't they?
Yeah, at level 1 the AI is stupid, so to speak, and it will just come attack you, but as you progress to, I think it's level 20, it gradually gets smarter and smarter, and it learns abilities like you do. So let's say there's like a spider, for instance. At level 1 it would just be like you, it would just be able to attack, but at level 5 it might know like a snare to pin you down, or it might know like a poison.
Okay, so the NPCs also level up as well as the characters do?
Not all of them. So the spiders in the level 1 zones will be the same, but the spiders in the level 5 zones will be level 5 kind of leveled up versions of them.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Not like Oblivion in the fact that if you went back to the sewers you started in, that rat would be level 50 as well. There would just be level 50 progressed versions of them in higher level places.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. So the Sorcerer is the 3rd and final class that we know of. Tell us about that.
Well, I think it's basically a mage.
So it does spell damage, basically.
Yeah, but you can. What they've done is you can use any of the 6 weapon skill trees on any class. So you could still go in and use a 2-handed sword, like maybe a Templar and a Dragon Knight could. So all that means is that because the hotbar's got a 2 weapon and 3 class specific skills, you'll just have the 2 weapon skills and then your 3 other skills. But it's not like Skyrim in the fact that you could have like flames in one hand and a shield in the other.
Oh, so there isn't really dual wielding if it's kind of situation. There is dual wielding, but
yeah, you can dual wield, but only weapons. So dual wield swords, axes, mix and match.
Do we know if we can dual wield spells yet?
No, you don't wield spells. They're just on your hotbar, and you can just cast them off.
Okay, so if you have a 2-handed sword, you can still cast off the spells that you have if you're a sorcerer.
Yeah, so it's like the only difference, the only like kind of spells as attacks you would have is they have destruction staffs. So it's not like Skyrim where if you ever got one of these, they are really amazing, but they've only got 40 uses.
Okay.
It's just like a casting staff, so it's that's where that comes into it. So you won't really have
a tank, DPS, or healer.
Oh no, you can. Well, obviously, if you wear, this is where the different armors come into. You got heavy, medium, light. Light will give you magic attributes, medium stamina, and heavy health.
Okay.
So you can make it so you're really like just a massive tank, but at the moment they're kind of saying that you won't be able to keep aggro in a group. So I don't know how.
So I'm guessing it's the same way that Guild Wars 2 worked, per se, because there was no designated tank there. It was just kind of someone that went in and did most of the defensive attacks, and there was some of doing the offense attacks, and then there was some doing the healing. Is that the way
Yeah.
that the Elder Scrolls Online will roll out?
Well, the Guild Wars didn't want there to be a Holy Trinity. Elder Scrolls are saying that you don't need one, but you can play one if you want.
Oh,
So,
okay. So you can still actually spec in to be that undefeated tank.
yeah, you can still spec in to just be literally a moving brick wall if you wanted to. But,
Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, you could spec in to not have heals. You could spec in to only have heals.
Okay.
Spec in
That
to
makes
have
a lot of sense.
defensive, whereas Guild Wars didn't really allow that, so to speak.
So let's talk about the questing. What's the questing version? I know that you start off in Cold Harbor the same as you did with Oblivion.
Yeah,
Right?
Oblivion, Skyrim, they all start the same. You're captured. You're so obviously Oblivion, you're in a jail cell. Skyrim, you're just about to be executed. And in this, you have no soul, and you're in a Cold Harbor, which is it's not part of Tamriel. It's the kind of alternate universe where Oblivion takes place.
Oh, so
So,
it's by a Daedric person, am I correct?
yeah, it's Molag Bar,
Molig Blah.
like Molag Ball,
Molig
whatever.
Blah. Whatever way you want to pronounce it, it'll be on the screen.
Yeah, he's got your soul in you, and then you escape, and you're picked up by some people in a boat because you're stranded at sea. And basically, obviously, there's three factions. So if you pick one, you do their quest line, and they reckon there's about 120 hours of questing, which is
Wow.
semi phased, is how they put it. Because when you go into like a major quest in a town, you're going to be the only one there, so no one can kind of interfere, so to speak. Like,
Okay, so it's the way that that you phase into your own kind of zone. So no.
yeah.
You
So,
take-
I mean, you'll have your main story quests, which will be semi-phased into, but I think you can do the rest with your friends.
Okay, so you can still invite people into groups and
Yeah, you
do
can
quests
still.
together.
Yeah, but they reckon there's about 120 hours till level cap, which is 50. So they reckon that's also how long it takes to finish your alliance.
All right, that now tell us about the the alliances. If I'm correct, are the Aldemari Domain, the Daggerfall Covenant, and the Ebonheart Pact.
Yeah, I think it's the Aldemir Dominion, but yeah.
Oh, Dominion. Sorry.
Basically, one of them consists. Well, they each consist of three races. So far, they
The
haven't said
races,
anything.
the races we have so far, sorry, are for the Aldemari are High Elves, Wood Elves, and Khajiit. The Daggerfall are Bretons, Redguards, and Orcs. The Ebonheart are Nords, Dark Elves, and Aragonian, the Lizard people.
Yeah, so they haven't said that there's like in Skyrim when you choose one of them will be better in destruction and one will be better in.
Oh, so we don't know the racials yet?
Um, there isn't any racials like that, but there's a racial skill line. So like you'll have a two-handed skill line or a heavy armor skill line. You'll have a racial skill line.
Oh, like in all the Elder Scrolls, Bretons were good at magicka.
No, not like that. Like how you can put a skill lines where you put your skill points in.
Yeah.
You can put them in to your racial skill line. So like you'll get kind of abilities. So like I don't know, whatever Dragon Reach or whatever it is.
Dragon
Fire
Reach is the
Reach
Dragon
for
Knight's
DK.
kind of death
Yeah,
grip.
you'll be able to get abilities specific to your race.
Okay.
So you won't get bonuses. You might be able to unlock passives, but you won't get bonuses to health and things like that just specifically for your race.
Okay, so is that everything so far for PvE quests and classes that we know so far?
Each class is three skill lines specific to its class. You don't actually have to spec into them at any point at all. It's
So
you decide.
you could be a nameless class.
You would have a name, but you just wouldn't have any of those abilities because you might put them elsewhere, like in your other skill lines, like your race skill line, your weapon skill line, your fighters guild skill line, for instance, because the fighters guild and the mages guild also have their own skill line.
Okay, and does that increase like kind of reputation with them then?
Well, that increases as your reputation with them increases. So as you become better with the fighters guild, you can unlock more in that skill line. So they'll have so it will be like a fighters guild class almost.
Oh,
So
okay.
abilities, which I presume will all be like melee abilities and stuff
Ah,
like that.
that makes a lot of sense. Right, so guys, that is our first kind of episode of the weekly Elder Scrolls. What are we gonna call it? The weekly Elder Scrolls.
I don't
don't
know.
know, something. It'll be the title of this. Next week we'll have a new topic for you guys. So thanks very much for watching. Dan, do you want to say anything else?
No.
If you haven't already, subscribe and leave a comment below on what you want to see next week, and remember to thumbs up. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye. See you. Bye. 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 Bye.